Former prisoners of Reddit, what was the last day behind bars like? I did 53 of 66 months for kidnapping, burglary, and assault. During this time, I had dozens of friends die, 4 family members die including my father, and had seen maybe a half dozen people in prison die. My last day in prison was the day I received my certificate of completion for my R&D treatment program. 7 months of treatment for 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. I sobbed like a child in my chair because I knew my nightmare was finally over. I gave all my shit away, pretty standard procedure in prison, and left with just my music and headphones, aside from mail and treatment work. I ran 2 miles as fast as I possibly could before Yard was called in, hoping that I could sleep, and I never did. I was so disconnected from reality that all I could think about was what I would undergo when I left, and couldn't even comprehend what freedom would feel like. I've been out 4 months now, and I'm doing well, clean and sober, working full time, get along with my PO, but I still replay that day in my head constantly, just to remind myself that I'm free again, and to never go back to who I used to be. I only did like 20 days. You get really antsy, everybody knows you are leaving and says stiff, weird goodbyes. It's just kinda awkward, cause you know some of the guys are going to be in there a lot longer. When they finally did send somebody to grab me from the block, I said to myself like 9 other guys real enthusiastically, it's been fun chillin' with y'all. One older guy's cocks his head at me, oh that's what we're doing, just chillin'? I looked at him and said yeah man, chillin' like villains. I thought it was hilarious, but nobody else did, so I just got out of there. I was in on assault charges on my dad. I have told more stories before, but I felt shitty about what I did and thought I deserved my time. I get it, but some people don't share that attitude. Did 20 days for an assault charge, county jail, Northern California. Nothing but almost 20 hours of bullpen therapy in a hotter bullpen each time you change. The final bullpen was at least 90 degrees and a few idiots started fights and got thrown back in cells. There was a single vent in this room blowing cold air that you don't feel unless you're directly under it. This Russian dude who had the blessing to find this let me squeeze next to him and shared the air. A huge black dude asked us if we are gay because we are standing so close to each other. Russian dude just say I guess so. An hour later, the big black dude walks past us, stops, and said oh shit can I be gay with y'all? Me and Russian dude got out and went to Denny's because it's 3 AM and the trains aren't going yet. I spent $36 on myself there. Never saw the dude again after we parted ways. I was only in for about 14 days, so nothing crazy, but damn the last day was a damn good day. It was weird. I was crazy grateful for the smallest things, and I was only in jail for 14 days, so I can't imagine being in for an extended period of time. Where I was they had a bus take you back, and they don't drop you off at your house or whatever, they just drop you at a major intersection or closed spot. I didn't care where they dropped me off. It was just awesome getting out. A feeling of joy and relief. I had to walk 1.5 miles at 4:30 AM in freezing cold weather in a suburb just outside of Detroit. Ice, snow, and about 14 degrees Fahrenheit, but didn't give a fuck. I couldn't be happier to be home. You get bombarded by the fellas for your last meal. They all want a piece of something. Hell, I can't blame them, they don't feed you much. They all joke with you and congratulate you on getting out. They tease and tell you not to come back. They'll say hey smoke a cigarette for me on the outs, drink a beer for me, you better get laid. They will ask for you to send letters out to their women. Just give you an envelope to put in the mailbox. They try to be the first to get dibs on the book you were reading. Then you start to think about time. And when I say time, I mean the whole concept of time. The whole freaking Einstein relativity time. The last hours trickle by so fucking slow. It's insane. The guards know too, and they like to fuck with you by waiting as long as they can. You pace back and forth in your mind and you keep thinking, has it been an hour yet? No can't be, it's only been about 30 minutes, or fuck maybe it's been only 15. Wait, I don't freaking know how long it's been. You always question if they're gonna fuck something up and you won't get released on time. You always second guess it. It's just slowly passing you by tormenting you second by slow second. Then the self-doubt kicks in. It really hits you. Oh my god, I'm being released. You're going to be out there. The real world. All these people and all these cars and buildings. It's fucking scary. The world that is. Everything inside is structured, it's real organized, kind of like the military. You know you get up at this time. You know you eat at that time. There are no variables, no surprises. But outside, man, that's freaking terrifying. It's not structured. It's you by yourself. You think, freak what if I can't get a job? Freak what if I can't get a bus ticket because I have no money? What if nobody wants to be around me? The premise of being back in the real world makes you afraid because it's so hard to get a job and afford rent and pay bills with a criminal record. You think, I'm not strong enough to survive in this world. The world is freaking huge and there is so much that can go wrong. When they call your name on the intercom, your heart races. It's like you're on the spot, all the fellas saying their goodbyes and the guards yelling at you to hurry up. You grab your bedroll and sheets. All the shit they issued you has to be returned. So you get fucking psyched out like, oh shit, did I leave my pillowcase? Or did I get my toothpaste? Oh my god, I hope everything is here. And then before you know it, that heavy ass steel door opens. And you smell it. The outside air. You hear the planes taking off the airport, or the cars driving by and people walking. You're in the world again. You look at all the people going about their daily life, and it makes you wanna cry. You think, see that guy mowing the lawn by the courthouse? He's doing that because he wants to. It's his job. He has a choice. He can or he can't. He's the master of his own will, and that is freaking beautiful to see. You see that red car driving down the street. They aren't forced to drive. They are doing it because they have free freaking will. And then you get real happy. They have free will, and you just got yours back. You are free. You get onto adjusting to all of the sounds and smells. Like there's a million freaking sounds and smells outside. It's just beautiful to experience. You sit and listen to people talk and drive. You don't have the same old smells and sounds like you do in jail. It feels infinite. You get to the store and you wanna buy a soda and some cigarettes with the little money you have. You grab the soda, pretty woman behind the counter, and it's amazing to see her. She's a stranger, you don't even know her. But it's so amazing to see a woman, not in a creepy way, but it's so refreshing. After spending so long with a bunch of farting shitting dudes that stink like ass and bo, you just smile awkwardly and ask for your cigarettes. Then she asks, you need matches too, sir? It's just so fucking awesome, someone asking you if you need something. And then they call you a sir. Wow. It's just freaking great. Yes please ma'am. Boom, you give her the $10 and she hands you the change. And off you go. It just fucking feels incredible being able to do that. A lot of the time you think about the guys back in county. Makes you sad really, because they aren't bad people and they're freaking smart too. They just have a bad addiction. You sit and think about the long felonies they are facing. The years and years behind bars. You just get depressed about the whole thing really. You think about the choices you've made, and you question if you're a bad human being or not. You question if you're smart enough or brave enough to make it in the real world. It's really heavy, because all these emotions hit you all at once. Time travel is a strange phenomenon. I mean, you got two types. Your physics time travel. And then you get the incarceration time travel. When you're locked up even for a few days. It feels like the world is doing its thing, going on at normal speed. But for you, it slows almost to a stop. And your mind is your worst enemy. Because there's nothing to take your mind off of it. There isn't anything to stimulate your mind. Your mind just focuses on time. And that time is going so slow for you. You can't think about the outside world in jail. You will lose sanity. Your mind will punish itself until you can't stand it. So you're left just sitting and feeling yourself pass through time one miserable second by one miserable second. It's a hard thing to cope with. That last day is the hardest. All your fears and doubts come at you all at once. You are rushed with emotions. But at least you know you can smell the rain again, hear the wind again, see the beautiful big blue sky again, and feel that sun on your skin again. You get your freedom back. And now begins your true test. One day at a time. One day at a time. Deep breath in. Here we go. Prison time goes slow. The days leading up to your last day drag on even more. But that last day, damn. There is nothing you can do to make the time pass as you wait for your name over the intercom. You wake up. Breakfast comes, but you can't eat. You pack up your possessions, giving what you can away to the friends you've made inside. You sit on your bunk, staring at the blank walls where your pictures and drawings used to hang. Lunch comes. You still don't want to eat that shitty prison food, but you do, just to have something in your belly. Freak it, eat the good stuff. When you get out, by now, you have your street clothes back on, still sitting on your bunk. Finally, they call your name. You walk out of the cell and into booking. They give you your property and take back this. You sign some papers and walk out to freedom. 3 years in the Alabama state prison system. I had no idea my last day was my last day. It was 4 weeks before my EOS, end of sentence, date. One of the runners, inmates that work for the staff, came to my rack, bunk, at about 11 AM and asked my name, confirmed it, and told me to get my stuff and go to the front, that I was going home. I corrected him and told him I had 4 weeks left, and he said, "So you want to stay here?" and started walking away. So I quickly got dressed and followed him to the admin office. I told the lieutenant that was on duty that I still had 4 weeks and was confused, and he showed me the paper that had that day's date on it, and I got so freaking excited and scared at the same time. Excited because I was going home, but scared because I've seen people get beaten on their EOS date for crap they've done while there. I usually stuck to myself, but IDK, just a weird nervousness. Anyway, after confirming it, I sprinted back to my dorm and started packing my stuff that I was taking and giving everything else away, and by the time I was ready, the COs were yelling that it was count time. 4x a day, all inmates are counted in the prison. Our COs couldn't count to save their lives, and 9 times out of 10, they had to count at least twice to get it right. This time, it took 4. I was about to explode sitting on my rack, waiting for it to clear. But when it finally did, I grabbed one of the wall phones right away and called my mom. She answered, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Never mind, don't answer that. Just come pick me up." And she said, "Wait, what? Are you serious?" And I explained everything that happened up to that point, and I could tell she was about to start crying. So I told her to call my brother and sister to come with her. After that, I had to get blood work done, get fingerprinted, more paperwork, and then I had to wait in the empty visitation room for them to show up. Usually it takes about an hour from my house to get to the prison, so I waited, peeking out into the hallway through 2 heavy steel barred doors and a bulletproof glass front door. I finally saw them and started crying like a baby. I was still scared at that point because I just knew the lieutenant was going to say there was a mistake and I had to do the rest of the 4 weeks I had left. But it's been over 3 years since that day. I still have nightmares and PTSD, which sucks, but I'm now home. I was in county for 3 months. Unlike others, I wasn't sentenced to that time. That was waiting. We had gone through pretrial, got offered the plea was accepted and signed. Then I was waiting for the presentencing report and finally sentencing. I knew I was getting a year of probation, but I had been waiting almost 2 months for that. The thought creeps in your head, what if the judge doesn't accept it? How much longer will I be here? My bond had been reduced from $50,000 to $10,000, but who the hell had $1,000 to get me out? Went to court that morning and the judge signed the plea, and then I was taken back to the jail to wait and wait and wait. It was late afternoon by the time they got to the women's block. I had given away my breakfast and lunch, determined not to eat another crap meal in that place. All my extra stuff I wouldn't be expected to leave with was given away, and the rest was rolled up by the door in the mattress. I had apparently lost about 4 pant sizes while inside, and my pants I had been wearing on that fateful St. Patrick's Day would not stay up. I had to take the long sleeved shirt I had been wearing, put it through the belt loops and tie it to keep my pants on. It was just surreal. I went in expecting to be there 18 months total, counting the things I hadn't been tried for yet, but ended up getting out in 21 days. That was such a shock. I kept thinking they would tell me to go back, there was a mistake, or that I was really being sent back to county for more charges. I didn't even know if anyone would be there to get me, but my dad was there. The best was when I found out I was really free and clear of all the charges. That it was not a temporary reprieve, but that my friends and family had paid everything that needed to be paid, and I didn't have any pending warrants or court dates. I did 6 months, got out in November, stayed up the whole night. All the friends I made stayed up WTH me. We played cards all night and everybody wrote their Facebooks down so we could hit each other up on the outside. Everybody was mildly arguing over my stuff. Some people don't get money sent in from their family/friends, so I gave my less fortunate friends my toothpaste, shampoo, soap, etc. Gave away my $200 Jordans and walked out in $2 prison skippies. I got out around 10 AM that day. Those first few steps outside when the sun hits your face was the most euphoric moment of my life. I wish I could go back and relive that moment. Like and subscribe for more Reddit videos.